Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this neutral site contest between the Sewanee Lady Tigers and the Greensboro Lady Pride. Chad Hall alongside me, Chris Doncero. Chris, best time of the year, it's feast week. According to ESPN, we have a plethora of basketball, football, all of the above going on this week. I'm excited. A good neutral contest matchup here at Piedmont University in Cave Arena. We got to see Greensboro play the Lady Lions last night. Looked pretty good. Greensboro is a very, very solid team coming off their second game of the year. A lot of high points. Chris, let's talk about it, man.
Man, Chad, last night's game was a great game all around. The Lady Lions are out here hustling, playing defense, playing offense, all of the above. And you had Greensboro. Greensboro was also playing a lot of great defense. We saw last night for Greensboro, number 23, Takara Leggett. She's up to 12 steals on the season in just 2 games. That's 6 a game, Chad Hall. That is a great number for a defensive player like that. And we saw her last night creating turnovers for the Lions and turning them into fast break transition points, which is what you need in a basketball game. So I'm expecting her to come out here with the same energy tonight. I'm also expecting number 15, Carly Mason, to come out here again and light up this Sewanee team from three-point range.
What's interesting, Chris, that you say that Sewanee can also shoot the 3 ball very, very well. And I think we're going to see a lot of 3-point attempts today, a lot of made baskets. Sewanee is converting the 3-point at just about 29% on the year. Not a terrible percentage, but a very, very stout percentage. You want to see roughly a third of your attempts drop in. And I think we can see that, especially with Greensboro being fresh just off of their second game of the year. Sewanee has played just a few more. Sewanee is entering their 7th contest of the season. I think we got a good one here, Chris.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm excited to see what this game is going to hold. And then we also get to see the Lady Lions come out again tomorrow and play this Sewanee team. So you kind of want to see where the edge is going to meet the edge for that matchup as well, because we saw the Lady Lions lose last night to this Greensboro team. So you got to think, if Sewanee beats Greensboro, what's going to happen with the Lady Lions?
That's a good point. The Lady Lions have already played Sewanee this season and beat them by 30 on the road at Barry. But this Greensboro team is a very, very stout team, especially just being 3rd contest of the year. Coach Macy and Coach Cherry have really, really done something special with this group. And I think we got a good one. This Greensboro roster is a lot deeper than the Sewanee roster. Sewanee has just about 8 girls competing today, which they must be well conditioned to be playing in college contests with such short numbers.
Yeah, with 8 girls on the roster, or not on the roster, but here, suited up, ready to play for you tonight. And then on the other side, you have Greensboro with probably about 12 to 15 players over there ready to suit up and play. And we saw last night, Greensboro plays their starters a lot. Those starters mean a lot to this team because they're the ones that can score the ball, plays defense, and all of that. But they were also in very, very, very deep water last night with foul trouble.
I think so too. And Chris, what I expect to see is a lot of bench usage from Coach Macy in this contest. We should see a plethora of bench players getting a lot more time than they did last night. I think Coach Macy knew the implications of last night's game, and I do think the bench will run a little bit deeper tonight, and I'd expect Coach Macy to show off the depth, especially against a shorter Sewanee team.
Definitely. I definitely expect her to use her bench a lot more this game than she did last.
We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Chad Hall alongside me, Chris Doncereau. And we are here for the starting lineups for both sides. First for Sewanee, we have number 1, Broussard, number 4, Phillips, number 11, Kahn, number 12, Antoine, and number 14, Humphrey. Chris, for the Pride.
And for the Pride, the home team here in this neutral site matchup, we have number 2, Livingston, number 12, Whiteside, number 15, Mason, number 22, Moore, and number 23, Leggett.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away here from tip-off at Cave Arena in this neutral site matchup between the home team, the Greensboro Pride, and the away team, the Sewanee Tigers. Chris, I'm really looking forward to this, man. First neutral site game of the year here in Cave Arena. We got a good one.
I'm very, very excited for this game. Not as much as I'm excited for a Piedmont basketball game, but, man, this game is going to be great. I cannot wait for this Sewanee team to come out here and play this Greensboro team in a very, very, very exciting matchup.
We did have a good time watching Greensboro take on the Lady Lions last night at the table. It was a great time.
As we get ready for tip here, we see Greensboro out here in their white on white and Sewanee out here in the black on black with the purple numbers, Chad.
Yes, Greensboro in the all white and Sewanee in the all black. Here we go. Tip-off just moments underway, waiting on the shot clock operator to return to the table. See Leggett take the jump ball along with Antoine for the Tigers. Humphrey controls. Zone immediately from the Pride. Shot there. It's good. Shot coming from Jennings. Excuse me, that is not correct. That is, it looked like that was
Phillips.
Phillips, yes, for the Tigers. Greensboro controls now. Leggett pulls up from 3. No good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Chance to run for the Tigers now. See Humphrey control now. Pivots in the lane, gets it out wide, down into the post. Antoine pull-up jumper, air ball, just misses. Chance for the Pride to run now. See Whiteside control, give it to Leggett. Mason on the far side. Leggett gets it back, top of the key. Will drive, Euro. Looks like it's going to be an offensive foul on Leggett, her first. Team's first as well. Chris, what do you see early on?
So far, I see Sewanee wanting to come out here and pull the trigger on threes, and any chance they get a good look at the basket. I expect them to keep doing that all night. And also, I expect Greensboro to tighten up the defense a little bit because we didn't see this from them last night.
Antoine at the elbow, gets it back up top. Pick and roll, early pump fake to the high wing with Humphrey now. Humphrey runs into a little bit of trouble, snatch back from her. Sewanee does look a little nervous. Looks like it's going to be an offensive foul right there, it looked like. It's going to go in favor of the Pride. Leggett to inbound. Looking for Livingston now. Livingston bring it up the floor, give it to Mason. It's going to be another offensive foul. Looks like this one came on Moore, and it will be an inbound opportunity for the Tigers. Humphrey inbounds. She'll get it back. Humphrey directing traffic, calling out the set. See Humphrey give it over to the wing. It's going to be a travel. Looks like travel comes on Kahn.
Sub here.
First sub of the game. Looks like for the Tigers. Falvey will come in. Falvey, excuse me, will come in for the Tigers. Livingston. Mason has it. Opposite side wing, Leggett up top. stutters. Another offensive foul. Looks like we're going to see a sub for Coach Macy. Looks like Palmore will come in. Tigers setting up in their offense down to the low post. Antoine up and under, no good, but it will be another offensive foul, maybe over the back. Scratch that, it'll be a push. Chris, a lot of offensive fouls so far in this game.
A lot of offensive fouls here. I see this is a lot of foul calling call for this game right now. I expected to calm down a little bit, but so far 7 fouls total. This is going to be a long game, Chad.
7 fouls in 2.5 minutes nonetheless. Mason on the high wing. She'll pull up just off the mark. Antoine rebounds. Antoine had a chance to dribble. She'll give it to Falvey. Humphrey controls. Down to the corner. And we're going to get a travel down in the near side corner. A little bit of a sloppy start from both sides.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls called, as we mentioned. This is going to be, like I said, this is going to be a long game for these women.
Especially if the whistle continues to blow at the rate that it is. I see Livingston on the high wing. Leggett will pull up. It looked like it was intended for a pass. Looked like to Palmore. Sewanee controls, bringing the ball up the court. Just crosses half court, down into the post. With Falvey, Antoine will pull up, just off the mark, rebounded by Broussard. Broussard controls again. It's going to be a kick ball. Looks like off the foot of Whiteside. Sewanee to inbound. Looks like Humphrey controls the inbound. Broussard controls up top, down into the lane to Humphrey. Yes! Greensboro hasn't found their offensive rhythm yet. On the wing now with Jennings. Down into the post. Up and no good. Underneath the basket with Leggett. Leggett decides to dribble. Puts it back up. No good there. It's going to be off of Greensboro. Nothing in favor of Sewanee thus far. Almost 5 minutes down in the first quarter of action. Man-to-man defense for the Pride. High post now. Underneath the basket, Broussard, reverse. Count it.
Correction, that was Falvey on the reverse layup attempt, actually, number 23.
Ah, it was.
For her first points of the game. What a nice reverse, Chad.
That was impressive. Yes! 3 from Livingston. Excuse me, Jennings. My goodness. Humphrey controls at half court. Down into the low post. It's going to be knocked away by the Pride. See a substitution now. See Barino step in. Up top now. With Wright. Back to Falvey. Down into the low post. It's going to be taken away. Looks like we're going to see a jump ball, and it will go in favor of the Pride. As we get into our first media timeout, Chris, what are you seeing so far?
So far, I'm seeing the Sewanee team coming out aggressive, playing great defense, and I'm not seeing this Greensboro team come out like we saw them like we saw them yesterday against the Piedmont Lions. I'm expecting a lot to change very, very fast, especially if Greensboro wants to leave this tournament or this neutral site matchup 2-0 here at Piedmont University.
I think so too. This Greensboro team is nothing like we saw last night thus far.
Not at all.
And I know as soon as Coach Macy gets a hold of her girls, it could be a different story. But Sewanee has looked impressive so far. They're cashing in their opportunities that the Pride are giving them. Haven't seen the Pride come out in their 2-3 zone like we did last night.
Yeah, we saw them in the 2-3 zone last night, and it really messed with the Piedmont Lions ladies on that side. But when we see them here in a man-to-man against a team that probably can shoot the ball a little bit better than Piedmont University can, so I expect them to stay in this man-to-man for a little longer until Sewanee comes out and start missing shots.
Right, because we can see Greensboro rebound the ball consistently. Right. We saw that last night. Greensboro was heavy on the glass and was able to create more opportunities for the team with the defensive and offensive rebounds. And I don't think it'll be like that for much longer.
Nah, I think Sewanee's going to come out and they're going to continue shooting, continue being aggressive, like I said, and Greensboro is just going to have to adjust.
The Pride controlled now with Livingston. Leggett in the lane, yes, count it. Humphrey to bring it up for the Tigers. Humphrey one-on-one with Livingston. Top of the key. Backdoor cut, taken away by Leggett. Up, ahead, yes. Audrey Jennings, her second bucket of the contest.
And here they come, Chad, here they come.
Jennings with the steal. She'll take it herself. Count it. Never mind. Looks like it's going to stay in favor of the Pride. Jennings a little upset with herself that she didn't finish that one underneath the basket. And that'll spoil her perfect day. Livingston to Jennings again. Jennings to Leggett. Leggett will drive. Shoots. Count it. 7-7 now. 7-9 it looks like. See Humphrey get forward now. Humphrey to the wing. Down into the post, high post. One-on-one, spins out, 3-ball. In and out. It's going to be rebounded by Mason. Livingston can run. Mason from way downtown. Off the back iron. Falvey controls. Humphrey directing traffic, trying to get her teammates in the offense. Falvey up top, top of the key. It's going to be a foul on Mason. Four team fouls on the Pride in the first quarter. There she goes, Jennings. Jennings, redemption. Jennings leads all scorers with 9. With 7. Takeaway opportunity, Livingston has it. Livingston loses the handle underneath the basket. Jennings is fouled. Jennings will go to the line and shoot 2. Chris, what's the mentality now for the Lady Pride? They're starting to really get up and down the court.
For the Lady Pride, as we saw last night, Chad Hall, when they got out and played defense and getting good transition buckets, we saw them extend the lead against Piedmont to the point where Piedmont couldn't come back. Now we see it here in the first quarter where the Pride are coming out. They're playing great defense. They're getting steals. They're making transition layups. They're getting to the free throw line. And they're trying to stay out of foul trouble. Although we see them with 14 fouls as a whole, that's something you look at and you're like, okay, well, maybe we need to slow down a little bit. But they have to be aggressive. They have to continue being aggressive. That's how they play basketball.
Jennings 1 for 2 from the line. Greensboro does play a very hard-nosed style of basketball, which I enjoy. Falvey dish it to the corner. Head fake. Back up top to Humphrey. High post now, just at the elbow, looking for an option. Jennings forces a turnover. Whiteside bring the ball up. Jennings up, no good. Go out of bounds, be a turnover on the Pride. Minute 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Greensboro leads 12-7. Falvey to the line to shoot 2. Greensboro bringing the ball up the court now. High wing. Pick and roll. 3-point opportunity. It's good. Count it from Whiteside. 15-9 in favor of the Pride. Falvey controlling. Humphrey looking for an opportunity, gets it to Falvey. Mason with some active hands on the near side. Greensboro defense is really starting to pick it up.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from their defense right now. It's going to lead to a lot of transition points for them. As we saw Whiteside here, her first 3 of the game, first points to the game. I expect them to keep rolling.
Greensboro shoots very, very effectively. From what we saw last night. Into the lane, it's going to be kicked out. 3-point opportunity off the back iron. It's going to be rebounded by the Pride. Palmore came down with that rebound. Mason, high wing, had an opportunity to go down into the post. Palmore with it. Back to Mason. On the wing with Livingston. Livingston baseline. Went up, no good. It's going to go in favor of the Tigers. Chris, if you're Sewanee, what needs to change?
You have to get better looks at the basket, Chad. We've seen them come out early in this first quarter, and they were getting great looks, but now they're getting in their heads. It looks like they're playing scared with Greensboro playing this tough defense that they're in right now. This man-to-man defense that Greensboro in is very, very aggressive.
It looks like they're not making much of an attempt to penetrate the defense and get towards the basket, and they're just settling for perimeter looks.
Yeah, they're looking for outside shots, and I believe there's a 3-second violation.
I think you're right, Chris.
And it was. But like I was saying, we need Sewanee to come out here and be more aggressive and look to attack the rim and get to the free throw line.
That's the best way. Drive and kick. Livingston controls. Pull-up jumper, no good. Grabs her own rebound at the end of the quarter. Basket is good. 17-9 into the first. Chris, talk to me.
Well, Chad, we saw Greensboro come out a little slow in this game, not like they did last night against Piedmont. And we see that when they lock in and play defense, they are a force to be reckoned with. We see their defense create a lot of offensive points for them, especially in the fast break and transition game. And we also see them get to the free throw line a lot. And we just need them to stay like they are. But for Sewanee on the other side, they have to come out and be aggressive. They can't play scared. They can't be afraid to turn the ball over. Even though you don't want to turn the ball over, you cannot be scared to get to the paint, get a dribble drive going, a dribble kick, a pick and roll, something. You have to do something to get inside of this defense and get out of this man-to-man scared coverage.
And I think the best look that the Tigers could go for right now is potentially a pick and roll offense. They do like to play the perimeter, so when you run the pick and roll offense, you have a chance to get your shooters on the outside open. Because when somebody sees someone dive to the paint, that's when the perimeter really starts to open up. And Sewanee is not out of this game by any means at the start of the second quarter.
Not at all, not at all. And I'm surprised Sewanee didn't play their leading scorer, Kayla Antoine, a little more in that first quarter. We see her, Sewanee's played, 6 games so far this season. She averages 15.3 points a game. She averages 8.5 rebounds a game. And for me, to not see her on the floor is kind of concerning. I don't know if she's injured. I mean, she's playing. She started the game. She's starting to play very, very well. I don't know if she's in foul trouble. I'm kind of like, I don't expect her to see the bench a lot like that.
Well, Chris, she does have 1 personal foul in 4 minutes of play. That's not foul trouble.
Not at all.
It could be a form of healthiness. We're not sure. We can't speculate. Livingston controls. It's going to go. Looks like it'll be a jump ball. It should stay with. See Leggett and Jennings step back on.
Like possession points to the Pride here, so they'll keep the ball.
See Jennings inbound this one. Referees having a conference. .18 on the shot clock after the referee conference. Livingston controls. A little bit of a set play here from the Pride. Down, low post. Leggett second attempt. Then we'll get the foul. Greensboro bench pleading for a foul off that first attempt from Leggett. Leggett to shoot 2. We're seeing something interesting, Chris. Greensboro's really getting involved in the paint. They're trying to up their points in the paint in this game. It really seemed like they were just sticking to the perimeter last night against the Lady Lions.
Yeah, and last night against the Lady Lions, we saw number 15, Carly Mason, come out and light up the Lady Lions from three-point range, going 5 for 9 in the first half against that defense last night. And we saw them lean on her a little more as she was hitting last night. So far in this game, we see her. She's only shot 1 3. She hasn't made any, but she's played 10 minutes. And all she has to show for it is a rebound and a foul, really. So I'm expecting her to get involved a lot more.
There that pick and roll was, Chris, just like we talked about during the break. 3-point opportunity from the corner. It's good! Looks like we're going to see Whiteside light up the board so far. 2 for 2 on the day from 3-point land. Whiteside with 6. Tigers control now. High post now. 3-point shot there off the back iron, rebounded by Livingston. Corner again. Yes! 3 for 3!
And Aaliyah Whiteside is putting the team on her back in this game. so far. 3 for 3 from three-point range, 3 for 3 from the field, 9 points overall. Aaliyah Whiteside, what can you say?
There we go. That's the Pride's leading scorer off of 3 for 3 from three-point land, 25-9. 30-second timeout by Coach Curry, and it'll extend into the media timeout. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 8:09 left in the second quarter. Greensboro leads Sewanee. Looks like we're going to see a turnover on the Tigers on the near sideline. Stepped out of bounds. 25-9 in favor of the Pride. See Livingston bring it up for the Pride. Saw Livingston with a lot of transition opportunities, really getting the ball up the court last night.
Yeah, and for Livingston, she only averages, 8.5 points a game. But out of these two games, we've seen her, she's a very, very, very good point guard for this team. She leads this team. She plays great defense. Her and number 23, Leggett, are like a force to be reckoned with here.
I think so, too. And speaking, that last made shot coming off the mid-range jumper from Livingston. Tigers possess now. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Palmore on the high wing. Maybe a hand check from Palmore. Going to see Barrino step back in for Palmore, Leggett, Barrino, Jennings, Livingston, and Whiteside all on the court. Down into the lane. There's Leggett with the active hands again on the court for the Tigers. See Humphrey, Kahn, Broussard, Antoine, and Phillips, it looks like. Livingston controls, gets it to Whiteside. Livingston to Leggett. Three-point opportunity. Going to be fouled on the way up. Livingston fouled on the three-point attempt, going to the line to shoot three.
I believe that foul was on number 14, Faith Humphrey.
That's a tough one to give up.
Yeah. And attempted three-pointer, you kind of just want to let the shooter shoot and come down without trying to harm them. But there we saw her get a little too close, and that's why that foul was called.
Oh, looks like they're only going to give her two.
Oh wow! I thought
it was
for
a three.
Sure that was a three-point.
Maybe a foot on the line.
Yeah.
Livingston 2 for 2 from the line. First two attempts. You'll see Broussard control, high wing. Up top to Kahn. Kahn had an opportunity to feed it into the post. Why not take it to the basket? Inside roll off the back iron.
And that's what you want to see from this Sewanee team. You want to see them get inside and get good layup attempts and try to get to the line. And we see, I believe that is number 11,
Yeah.
Shay Kahn for Sewanee, who this season so far is shooting 75% from the free throw line. So
It's pretty good. That's pretty good percentage, Chris.
and she misses her first, but we see that we want a shooter like this at the free throw line, somebody who's shooting above at least 70% from the line to be there.
Well, you jinxed her on the first one. As Kahn goes 1 for 2 off the line. Livingston to bring this one up now. High wing to Jennings. Jennings looking for an option, directing traffic. Leggett just outside the line, skip pass. Whiteside gets into the lane. She'll put it up and it'll go in, but it looks like it's going to be a foul on the floor. No basket.
Such a great move there by Whiteside to try to get to the lane.
It was a good effort.
Great effort. Great effort.
Inbound from Livingston. Livingston to inbound this one. Whiteside, high wing. Oh! It's going to be an offensive foul.
I don't like that call.
Maybe an illegal screen?
She called a push. I didn't see a push there. I saw maybe a little trip. Maybe you can call the trip over the offensive foul, but then again, a push, that's kind of excessive. I didn't see her extend her arms.
Humphrey controls now. Falvey on the high wing. Mason with some good hands. Falvey gets up top. Over to Humphreys. Humphreys with a little head fake. Gets into the lane. She'll get it back. She's going to dribble, go up and under. No good. Brought down by Barino. Livingston can run. Mason, wide open three. Count it. There she is.
Carly Mason. There she comes. I believe that's her first triple of the game. And it is. She's 1 for 2. 3 points tonight. Can't let her get hot.
No, certainly not. Saw the Lady Lions give up 5 triples last night to Mason herself.
And that was just in the first half. I believe she hit like 2 more in the second.
Yeah, maybe 7 for 9.
If I stand corrected.
Oh no, we'll see. Triple. Yes. Sydney Wright with a 3 ball. Livingston size up. Back to Mason. Mason off the iron. Falvey running in transition. Falvey to Humphrey now. A little bit of a mismatch for Humphrey. Falvey controls. Falvey in the corner, pick and roll. Looks like it's going to be an offensive foul on Wright. Her first personal foul.
Looks like the Sewanee team trying to storm back very slowly but surely here in this second quarter. But I think Greensboro is a tough matchup for them.
Palmore had a good look underneath the basket. A little bit of a drop step move, tried to put it off the high window. It's going to be a foul, shooting foul. Palmore will shoot 2. Two for 2 from the line. Falvey gets up court. Humphreys. Falvey high wing down into the post. It's going to be a foul on Leggett. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Humphrey to inbound this one. It's going to be brought up top for Falvey. Falvey to Humphrey. Humphrey lets it fly off the back iron. Jennings rebounds. Jennings, wide open triple off the front. Humphrey rebounds. Had Falvey in transition. Gave it to Broussard. Humphrey controls. She gets it poked away. Whiteside can run. Jennings thought about it, hesitated, gets it poked away. Chris, something I'm seeing from the Sewanee Tigers is the implementation of the high post and letting the high post dictate the offense.
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot now, and I guess that's a good way. I would assume that's a good way for them to try to get the ball into the paint. As we mentioned earlier, they have to get the ball into the paint because their outside shots are not falling for them right now. So I expect them to get the ball to the high post a little more, to try to get into the low post and try to find shooters in the corners.
Jennings off the front. It's going to be rebounded by Falvey. Falvey does get fouled in the process of the transition opportunity. 34-13, 3:37 left in the first half. Looks like we're going to start seeing free throws from both sides now. Falvey shooting 2.
And Falvey coming into this game a 67% free throw shooter. And she makes them both here.
Falvey's 4 for 4 from the line. And the Tigers are 5 for 6. Livingston to the block. Pull up J. It's good. Corner. Falvey from 3. Off the back iron. Tigers get the ball back. Falvey off the window. Livingston gets ahead. Down on the block to Jennings. She'll be fouled. Jennings will shoot 2.
And a hard foul there from Cameron Broussard. Kind of looked like an aggression foul, in my opinion. I don't want to call it what it's not, but it looked like she was a little upset that her teammate didn't get the foul call on the other side and tried to go for the dirty
little redemption shot. Yeah. Both teams are in the bonus now. Jennings 2 for 2. Jennings 3 for 4 from the line, 3 for 7 from the field, make it an even 10 points on the day. Falvey controls, gets it to the high wing. Humphrey controls, down to Antoine. Humphrey directs the pick and roll, refuses the screen, gets down to the block, puts it up. Antoine will try and put it up again. Humphrey gets it taken away by Mason. Mason looks to get forward. Almost throws it away. Livingston resets. Mason, no good from 3. Seeing a little bit of a faster pace here, Chris, towards the end of the first half. Ball swatted away. Whiteside with Jennings ahead. Jennings just misses it. 38-15, 2:08 left in the first half.
And these turnovers we're seeing from Sewanee doesn't look like normal turnovers. It doesn't look like they're just getting the ball stripped away. They're literally throwing the ball away, which is kind of a mind thing where you're expecting your person to be there, or you're expecting somebody to be looking at you, connecting with you for the ball to come their way, and it's just not happening for them right now.
Antoine drop step, puts it up, it's good. Antoine's crafty in the post.
I would assume that is why she is their leading scorer this season, and I feel like they have to look for her a little more in the paint area.
Underneath the basket, pump fake, up from Livingston, no good. Antoine will rebound. It's going to go in favor of the Tigers. Minute and a half left in the first half, 38-17 in favor of the Pride. Looks like Antoine will go to the line and shoot 2. Barino will step back in for Palmore.
First one good from Antoine.
Two for two for Antoine from the line.
Antoine comes into the game shooting 80% from the free throw line. So I see who you want at the free throw line for Sewanee here tonight.
They've got a couple of good free throw shooters.
Yeah, as a collective unit, shooting 67% from the free throw line is pretty good for them.
Making 2 out of 3.
Yeah. That's a good percentage.
Yeah,
that's a great percentage.
Ideally, you want to be in 100, right?
Or at least 80.
80? Okay.
At least 80.
Mason misses her first.
Everybody misses free throws. Not everybody's perfect from the free throw line. You have moments where, the game may be too big for you.
Maybe so. Mason 1 for 2 from the line. Falvey will inbound to Humphrey. Falvey to run. Oh, the 1-2. Falvey reverse. My goodness.
And there it is, Chad, getting into the high post to try to get to backdoor cuts or try to get to shooters. And right there we saw a backdoor cut. Perfect pass from Carla Antoine.
That looks like that's the look. Same thing here. Up and under and one. Jennings making it happen. Shooting 1 from the line. 3 for 4 on the day. 4 for 8 from the field. Nice little 75-50 day for Jennings. Jennings 1 for 1. 3-point play converted.
Make it an 80-50 day. An 80-50 day now.
Yeah. Into the lane. Antoine up and under. Off the back iron. Pushed away. It's going to be kept in bounds. Right side. Numbers for the Pride. Down into the lane. Barino. Too strong. Humphrey to get ahead. She'll pump. Get it to Falvey. Falvey penetrating. Hey! Up and under. It's going to be a blocking foul. Looks like Falvey's going to shoot 2. 25.4 seconds left. 42-21. Pride hold the advantage. Falvey shooting 2. Too strong on the first, 4 for 5 on the day. Falvey 1 for 2 from the line. Sewanee quietly converting at 80% on the day from the free throw line. Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot here. Livingston to initiate. Barino on the screen. Refuses the screen. Pumps. Nothing there. Antoine. Going to be heaved down the court from Humphrey. Chris. The Pride lead by 20 at halftime. 42-22.
And the Pride, to me, looked like they picked up right where they left off. Not early in this game, but later in this game. As we seen them last night against the Lady Lions come out very, very, very aggressive on defense, very aggressive on offense. And we saw them start off a little slow here against this Sewanee team. And I believe Sewanee came out the game and was up 7-0 at one point. And we saw Greensboro kind of lock in, as people say these days. And they came and now we see them going into half up 20, getting great possessions. As a team, they're shooting 45% from the field, 42% from three-point range, and 85% from the free throw line. All great numbers for a team in just the first half.
Right, and to no disarray for Sewanee, 31% from the floor, 28% from 3. They're shooting their season percentage from 3 right now, and they're converting 80% from the line. They're not having a bad day by any means. They're just not. They don't have as many shots.
Correct.
Greensboro with 29 total attempts from the floor. Sewanee only has 10 less.
Yeah. And we see that because Greensboro is playing great defense. Seven steals and 1 block. Here they have the advantage when Sewanee has no steals, no blocks, and 14 turnovers to the 3 committed by Greensboro. That's a big number, Chad Hall. 11 more turnovers than the team that's beating you. That is why the game is the way it is. We see Greensboro here playing great defense, getting turnovers, getting to the free throw line, and in my opinion, that is why they're up in this basketball game right now.
Right. Keys to the second half, Sewanee, limit the turnovers, more shots, and quality looks nonetheless. Falvey's continuing to have a good day so far. 9 total points, 2 for 5 from the floor, 0 from 2 from 3, and then 5 for 6 from the line. That's a good day. And then on the other side, for the Pride, I mean, you got a lot of.
You have a handful of contributors. We have Aubrey Jennings, 13 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point range, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. You have Whiteside, 9 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 3 of 3 from the 3-point line.
Nice little 100% on the day.
Nice 100% from the 3-point line. And we have the leading scorer, I believe she was last night, Carla Mason, with only 4 points here, 1 for 4 from the field and 1 for 4 from 3-point range as well, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. I expect her to get more involved in the second half unless Coach Macy goes to her bench a little more in this game, as they are up in the game by 20 points right now.
Right. And moving into the second half, I think we're going to have a good second half. I mean, by quarter right now, Greensboro 25 in the second, 17 in the first, and then to Sewanee. Sewanee had a better second quarter, so maybe Sewanee is a second half team. I think we can expect that.
Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I still expect Sewanee to come out and be very, very, very aggressive. I believe Coach Curry is probably in the locker room right now getting on to them about limiting turnovers and being more aggressive on offense and being way more aggressive than they have been on defense so far.
I think we could see a change of tactics, too, when it comes to Coach Curry and his staff. Hey, I guess we'll find out. 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the intermission. We're going to take a short break with you. Get up, walk around, stretch, relax, sit back down. We'll see you in 11 and a half minutes. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Greensboro versus Sewanee here at Cave Arena. Greensboro leads 42-22, up by 20 out of the break. A little bit of a trap play coming from the high wing off the back iron. Rebounded by the Pride. Livingston in transition. Mason off the back iron. Rebounded by Broussard.
And we see Greensboro still out here in this man-to-man, which is pretty good, I guess, in a way for them. You know, they're being very, very aggressive in this man defense. And I don't expect them to go to that 2-3 or the 3-2 or any kind of zone defense for the rest of this game, actually.
Yeah, it seems like the man-to-man defense is working well for the Pride, which is interesting. They were in a zone defense a majority of the game, maybe 3 out of the 4 quarters. Whiteside into the lane, pull up Jay, it's good. Humphrey to bring the ball up the court for the Tigers. A little bit of a crossover move. Humphrey by the Cave Arena logo. Into the lane, up, blocked. Antoine to clean up the trash. 2 for Antoine, 44-22. Mason to Leggett. Pass fake to the wing. Livingston, yes! Uh-oh. Here we go. Humphrey to bring the ball up the court for the Tigers. Humphrey has been their consistent ball handler all day. See Kahn. Give it to Phillips. Livingston with the steal. Livingston draws some contact, keeps it. Looks like she did step out of bounds, though. It's going to be a turnover on the Pride.
And we see 3 players for the Pride here now in double figures after Livingston hit that 3 in the corner. We have Livingston, Whiteside, and Jennings all in double figures tonight. And I believe Leggett is right behind them and will be the next player for them in double figures.
Chris, what's interesting about Jennings, who really got this game started early, is Antoine's up and under is good. Jennings was more of like a bench player last night. Didn't see much minutes and then comes into this game and really makes a name for herself.
Yeah, we saw her last night getting into the game, and she only played, I would probably say about 15 to 20 minutes last night, maybe. And she was just, you know, running around the floor. I mean, she does average 11 points. She came into this game averaging 11 points a game. So, I mean, I wouldn't say she was a bench player, but she played her role very, very well last night. And coming into this game, she just explodes. She has, 13 right now? So I expect Coach Macy to use her a little more moving forward after this game.
I think you're right, Chris, and another double-figure day for Jennings. Humphrey does control Antoine in the high post at the elbow jumper, no good. Rebounded by Paul Moore. Livingston attacks. Whiteside pull up. Too strong. Rebounded by the Pride. Up and under is good. Looked like that was Moore. Palmore on the layup.
And that 3 by Whiteside that she misses will put an end to her perfect 3-point day. She's now shooting 3 for 4.
Hey,
that range.
75% day.
Which is still great.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
It's incredible. Broussard received the inbound, gave it back to Humphrey. Humphrey attacking the lane. Good one more. Good find. Too strong on the layup. Humphrey from 3 off the back iron. Rebounded by the Pride. Livingston in transition. Unsettled opportunity. Livingston in transition. Too strong. It's going to be brought down by Antoine. Antoine can dribble. Gets it to Humphrey anyways, excuse me. Phillips. Yes. Phillips with a high wing 3 ball. 49-29. Livingston, high wing now. Pick and roll.
And Lily Phillips just with her second made basket of the game for 6 total points here tonight.
No good. Off the shot from Moore. Be rebounded by the Tigers. See Broussard down into the lane. Good pass. Up and blocked. Kept in by Antoine. Humphrey into the lane. A little Euro step off the window. The Tigers can score.
They can, and I love what I'm seeing from them outside. Coming from halftime, like I said, I think they needed to be aggressive in here. They are just being aggressive right now. I love the way they're playing basketball.
They're taking their shots. Antoine in the paint. Dribble kick. Gets the ball right back. Double team comes. Off the window and one. Antoine to shoot one from the line. Slowly but surely, Tigers are making
the key
an
for
impact.
This Tigers team is to get the ball into the paint to their leading scorer, Antoine, and they are doing just that right now. As she's now shooting 4 for 11. Not a great day from the field, with 10 points so far. To go along with 6 rebounds, she's doing it all for them.
Looks like we're going to go into a media timeout here. We're going to take a quick break. 49-33 in our first media timeout in the third quarter. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 49-33. Antoine to shoot one from the line after the media timeout. One of one is good from Antoine. Antoine into double figures now with 11. Sewanee coming out with a much improved defensive package. Low post, up and under is good.
And a bit of a friendly roll there for Greensboro, as we see she kind of got the ball up, but it didn't look like it was up far enough, and then the ball just seemed to roll in to the basket there.
Broussard, yes! A little bit of a 1-2 there from Phillips and Broussard. Good hedge off the screen with Antoine Jennings to dribble towards the middle. Gives it up to Mason. Livingston up top. Livingston spins away. Gets free. Yes! 18-footer. Looks good.
Are you positive that was 18 feet?
Pretty sure. Floater in the lane from Humphrey, just off the mark. Livingston in transition. Directing some traffic, pick and roll. Good way to hedge right there. Blocking foul called on Kahn underneath the basket. Maybe in the restricted zone.
Yeah, to me that looks
it looked like a charge.
Yeah, that was a close call. And if it's that close, if I'm a ref and it's that close, I think we have to let that play on.
I think so too. Moore will step out for Leggett. 53-37. Looks like Palmore will shoot 2. I don't think it was a shooting foul.
No, she was going up.
She was?
Yeah. Which is why I say you got to let that play on. If she makes it, she makes it. If she misses, she misses. But to me, right there, that didn't look like a blocking foul at all.
I didn't think so either. 0 for 2 from the line. Broussard rebounds. Humphrey controls.
What's that saying? Ball don't lie?
Well, you were, but you weren't.
Yeah. Hey, it happens to the best of us sometimes.
Right. Not everybody can make their free throws. You said it earlier. Jennings controls now. Jennings into the lane, up and off the back iron. She'll shoot 2. Jennings can be the leading scorer for the Pride.
And what's crazy to me, it looked like that foul was actually supposed to go on Kayla Antoine, but it went against Shay Khan, and that'll be her 4th foul of the game. One more, and she's disqualified.
Oh, she will foul out, yeah. I see the red on our live stats. Looks like they're trying to get some clarification from the table.
So it will be on number. So it will go on against Antoine and not Khan. So Khan back down to 3 fouls. You can play a little aggressive, but you're still pushing that foul out limit, which is 5 in college basketball, as we know.
Yeah, looks for Antoine down in the post, gives it over to Phillips on the high wing. Phillips directing some traffic. Backdoor cut. Humphrey in the lane. She'll put it up and get fouled on the way up. She'll shoot 2 from the line. 18-point advantage for the Pride. Chris, we got a pretty even third quarter here on the box score.
Yeah, so far, Sewanee came out aggressive as we said they should. They have 16 points. And as you mentioned, maybe they are a second half team, Chad Hall. We see 17 points already this quarter, 13 last quarter, and 9 in the first.
I didn't think Sewanee was going to go away without a fight.
And the fighting they are. Fighting they are, Chad.
Humphrey 2 for 2 from the line. Pride getting in their offensive set. Leggett down in the lane. She'll shoot. It's going to be a blocking foul. Looked like it was on Antoine. Leggett will shoot 2. Leggett 2 for 2 from the line. Substitutes coming in. See Wright step on, see Antoine step off. Humphrey looking for a pass, get it to Falvey on the wing. Falvey can dribble. Backdoor cut from Wright, it's good. Good look there from Falvey to get it down to Wright, cut him through the lane. Jennings possesses. Livingston on the wing. Dribble towards the middle, feeds it down under. Ends up getting the ball back. Leggett, near side corner. Give it off to Livingston. Looks like they're setting up in a play. A little bit of a pick and roll, one side overload. Shoots behind the screen, off the back iron. Shot clock violation on the Pride. Going to see Barino step out. Look like more step back on. Tigers possess. And
I believe Coach Macy was down there arguing with the ref because the ball did, in fact, hit the rim, which means the shot clock should have restarted.
Good backdoor cut there from Broussard. Tigers keep pulling back with them. Jennings, yes.
And her perfect day continues. Not also all perfect, but she's having a great game today.
She is having a great day
today, Chad Hall, and she's rolling.
2 for 5 from downtown, not a bad percentage. See Phillips, pick and roll, the look is there. It gets batted up in the air, Jennings in transition. She's going to shoot. It's going to be off the rim, just barely missed an and one opportunity. 60-43. Pride lead by 17 with a minute and some change left in the third. Mason will step out, Whiteside back in. First one's good from Jennings.
Jennings up to 19 points now, and this next one will put her at 20.
She's hooping.
She's hooping, Chad. Yes, she is.
Jennings, 2 for 2. Make it 8 for 9 on the day. Impressive. Humphrey looking for somewhere to go. Will feed it down to right. Humphrey behind the screen. Head fake. Euro. Gets fouled on the way up. Mason will step back in for Whiteside. Whiteside did just pull her 4th personal foul. That's why she is immediately subbed back out, excuse me. Hammock will step on. Humphrey's first is good.
And in the meantime, what a great day for college sports today. College football is on.
Yep.
We're watching some college basketball now.
Yep.
It's a great Sunday here in Denver, Georgia.
Saturday.
Yep. Oh,
that's all right. So I'll let it slide.
I'm glad it's not Sunday.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Still have class next week.
Oh, man.
Off the window for more. Humphrey possesses. We got a good slate of games tomorrow, too. Lady Lions will be back in action with the Sewanee Tigers and the men's basketball team playing their second home game. They'll be going against Methodist University at 2 o'clock. Humphrey will be fouled on the way up again. She'll shoot 2 more. Looks like Moore will get nabbed for the foul, make it her 3rd. 64-45 with 18.1 seconds left. Humphrey's first is good. Second is good. Humphrey almost to double figures, 4 for 5 from the line. 5 for 6 from the line, excuse me. Livingston to Mason off the front. Underneath.
I believe that counted.
Did that count?
It did count it.
Buzzer beater.
They counted it.
They sure did. How about that, Chris?
And Audrey Jennings with 22 points through 3 quarters here tonight. What a great day she's having.
Yeah, leads all scorers. How about that? 22 on the day. 6 for 10 from the floor. Nice little 60%. She's 2 for 5 from 3 and 8 for 9 from the free throw line. Have a day, young lady.
40% from 3-point range and 8 of 9. What's the 80? Yeah. But
math is hard. Anyways. Couple of double-digit scores for the Pride. 1 for Greensboro. Have 2 players with 9. Almost there. 20-point advantage for the Pride. We're going to step away momentarily. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Chad Hall, Chris Doncereau alongside me for this Saturday neutral site matchup between the Pride and the Tigers. Turnover there from Livingston. Sewanee has a chance to make it interesting. As we are in the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, we saw a pretty even third quarter there as both teams scored 24 points apiece that quarter. Keeping the score up, keeping Greensboro up by 20 going into the fourth quarter. What do you expect from Greensboro now, Chad?
I think Greensboro will continue to move at their pace and control this game. I mean, we've seen that all day long. They've consistently held 20 or more points, and Sewanee has made it interesting here down the stretch, as Sewanee's last made basket was by Broussard. Humphrey, no good. Right down the lane. She'll be fouled on the way up by Mason. Wright will go to the line and shoot two. How many fouls have we seen total today, Chris? We have seen, okay, math is hard.
33?
Sure, that sounds good.
Total fouls?
My goodness. 33 total fouls in 4 quarters of action. We're not even through 4 yet.
Not at all, not at all.
Wright's first is good. Well, we were tied. If we just look at the third quarter of action as Wright makes her second, we're tied, 24-24, and now it is 2-2.
Pretty even second half so far here, but Greensboro first half was just complete dominance from their part.
Down in the lane, Moore gets fouled.
And the travel was first, actually, so that won't be a foul, which will keep our total at 33.
Okay. Watch, now that we mention it, we're not going to see another foul. Falvey down into the lane. She'll go up and get blocked. Palmore with a block. Down in the lane, Livingston, one more to Moore. She will lose the handle. It'll go out of bounds. Rebound by Palmore. Pride have possession now. Livingston possesses. Leading by 18 now. Down to Palmore in the corner. Back to Leggett. Leggett gets stripped. Humphrey possesses now, getting the ball up the court. Humphrey to Broussard, right from the high post. Offensive foul. Way to draw the offensive foul there from Palmore. The lead is still 18. Whiteside will check back in. I think this goes to show, Chris, that Sewanee may be a second half team.
Yeah, and from what I'm seeing now, they are definitely a second half team. I wonder if they'll play like this again tomorrow against the Piedmont Lady Lions, as we see Leggett get on the board again here.
Tough bucket.
And that'll put her at 10 points total this game, joining her other 3 companions as the 4th Greensboro player in double figures tonight.
So Chris, I don't know if you noticed the last defensive possession for the Tigers. They were in a 2-3 zone.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Right underneath. Ew. In and out on the shot attempt. She'll shoot 2. Yeah, 2-3 zone. How about that?
Well, the Pride haven't been shooting as well as we've seen them shoot in the first half. So I would expect that to be pretty normal for this Sewanee team. Maybe not the best idea, but you save a lot of energy not following your man around the whole time. So
you think it's a bluff?
I don't think so.
See if Greensboro will change their scheme a little bit?
Well, when you're up 19 now,
right,
you don't really change your scheme. You kind of just keep playing the way you're playing and hope that your defense carries you throughout the rest of this game at this point.
Well, there was a lane violation. You don't see that too often on Wright's second attempt. Well, ball does not lie. I guess there wasn't a lane violation. Pride possessed now. Whiteside gets free. Down into the post. Barino. Jennings. 3-second violation. Substitutes coming back on. Wright will step off, and Antoine step back on. Sewanee has a chance to make some noise here, Chris.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do, Chad. Probably 6:45 left kind of in this game. You got to make a run now. If you're going to make one, you got to make it now.
Good hands there from Leggett to force the turnover on the near side. A little bit of a late foul call there. Looks like it's going to be a push. Leggett was fouled. It's going to be an inbound opportunity for the Pride. Jennings way downtown. Why not? Off the front. Underneath the basket for Whiteside. She misses. See Falvey bring it up now. Try and force it down under to Antoine. Leggett will bring it up the floor. Leggett down into the post. Barino up and under. Yes. Antoine high post. Baseline try. Down under to Antoine. Antoine needs to go up. She'll get blocked on the way up, but it will be whistled a foul. She'll shoot 2. 21-point advantage, Chris.
Yeah, 21 points with about 6 minutes left here in the game. You're kind of hoping and wishing that the game was a little closer if you're Sewanee so that you can make a comeback. Not saying that a comeback is, inevitable right now. I just think it'll be a lot harder.
I think so too, but you put up some threes, you get some to fall. Never say never. Antoine's first attempt is good.
But then you also have to play defense and stop Greensboro from scoring the ball.
That is true. And they score. They score well.
Very well.
We know Sewanee can do the same thing.
Yeah, but against this Greensboro defense, they look like it's pretty hard for them to score, Antoine only has 13. 4 for 11, 5 for 5 from free throw line. She's having an okay game.
Offensive foul. Sewanee has shown some flashes of brilliance, Chris, and I think we need to acknowledge that.
Yeah, Sewanee's definitely they're a good basketball team. Like we've said, this whole second half, they're definitely a second half basketball team, and we see that right now as they've been leading in the second half. Well, the third quarter was tied, but now they're up a point in the fourth quarter points. So I think they just have to keep being aggressive and play good defense.
I think so too. Leggett will bring the ball up the floor. Livingston down to Moore. Moore turnaround jumper. It's good. 5 minutes left in today's contest. Humphrey down in the lane, puts it up, no good. Be batted around, rebounded by Antoine. She'll be fouled on the way up. She'll shoot 2. Antoine with 13 on the day. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Little 100% day. Little hundo.
A little hundo.
Looks like we are heading into our media timeout under 5 here in the fourth quarter. 74-53 in favor of the Pride. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, Antoine to shoot 2 from the line. 74-53 in favor of the Pride. 4:49 left in the fourth. Antoine's first attempt is good. Chris, I think we got a good one on par tomorrow when the Lady Lions take on Sewanee.
Yeah, I think that game will be I don't want to say it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either. I expect the Lady Lions to come out with a little more aggression than they did against Greensboro. And Sewanee doesn't seem like a defensive team, so I expect Piedmont to come out and be very, very aggressive towards them. But I also see Sewanee to come out and take better shots and play a lot more aggressive than they did today.
Moore converts the foul opportunity. She'll shoot 1, make it an old-fashioned three-point play. Well, if you can recall, Chris, the Lady Lions took on Sewanee at Barry just a few weeks ago as the free throw attempt is no good, and they beat Sewanee by 30.
Yes, they did, Chad Hall. And I expect Sewanee to come out, like I said, aggressive, and I expect them to come out a little better than they did in that game that saw them lose by 30 points.
Humphrey with a floater.
In a neutral site game, as we mentioned. But now the Lady Lions are on their home floor, so we expect them to come out and give the crowd a show.
Well, we know that the Lady Lions can consistently run up and down the court. Their guards are very well conditioned with the likes of Woolfolk and Styles. I mean, my goodness, they were up and down the floor all night last night.
Yes, they were.
I don't think Lakin took a break.
Nah, I think Lakin played the whole game.
That's what I'm saying.
I think she did.
That's what I'm
saying. She didn't play the whole game, then she came out in
maybe
the fourth
once.
quarter.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. Jennings near corner. She'll put it up. No basket. It's going to be an offensive foul. Chris, not to be particular on the officiating crew that we have here, there's a lot of offensive fouls.
Yeah, it's a lot of foul calls here tonight. And it's crazy to see so many fouls being called in general, especially offensively.
Phillips, yes. Credit Humphrey with the assist. Whiteside to bring the ball up now. Mason looks for somewhere to go. Good pass. More up and under. Fouled on the way up. 76-59 in favor of the Pride.
A 17-point game with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left, Chad. How do you handle it?
Well, if I'm Sewanee, I don't want to show the Lady Lions too much, right? Because you're having to bring out all the different looks in a game that you're down by, 16? So you can't leave too much out there. You got to play again tomorrow at noon. So I don't know.
A pretty quick turnaround, actually.
I think so too. But hopefully all the teams will be able to get some rest before we get into the first weeks of December. Feeds it down near the basket. Antoine keeps it in bounds. Be taken away by Jennings. Jennings is having a day. Jennings pull-up jumper. No good. Rebounded by Antoine. Under 3 here. Down on the baseline. Up to Humphrey. 3 seconds. Going the other way. A lot of 3 seconds called too.
We see a new face in the game here for Greensboro, number 10, Natea Atwater, who hasn't seen the floor all day and didn't see the floor yesterday, I believe, either.
I don't think so.
For the Greensboro team. So
Whiteside up top to the wing. Good help defense there. Humphrey get away from some trouble. Has an option. Finds Broussard. Broussard, Phillips. Yep. Phillips. 4 for 6 from 3-point land. Not a bad day.
It's a cool 67%.
Man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, my partner is actually a mathematician.
I don't know about mathematician. I don't know about
you're showing it right now. Pick and roll, refusing the screen. Good pull-up jumper. Didn't roll. Humphrey rebound. Lead is 15. Humphrey into the lane. She'll float it. Good. Off the glass. Greensboro, minute and a half. 13-point lead. Looks like Coach Macy will burn a timeout. Looks to be 30 seconds. And we're going to extend to a media. 77-64. Fourth quarter, 1:24 left. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 77-64. Greensboro with the ball. Down into the paint. Up and under. No good. Antoine rebounds. Finds Humphrey. Humphrey to get up the floor. She'll look over to find Phillips. Phillips with the one more. Good hands from Jennings. Phillips with it, gets it swatted up in the air by Jennings. It'll go out of bounds. Turnover on the Tigers. Jennings possesses near sideline. A little bit of a press now from the Tigers. Under a minute here at Cave Arena. Jennings on the wing. Whiteside. Jennings baseline, puts it up off the back iron. Yeah, I'm afraid you cannot do that. That was almost some sorcery there.
And the Sewanee head coach over here, like, the ref on the baseline should have called that because she was indeed, in fact, right there.
Right.
Should have saw that happen.
Antoine, no good from 15. Foul on Humphrey.
Sewanee foul, 14, big Humphrey, her 14th.
Looks like Whiteside's day is done. Finished with 11.
I see a freshman come in, number 34, Jasmine Mitchell. And we also have number 32, Egypt Alexander, in for Greensboro as well.
One of two from the line now from Jennings. Humphrey to get up the floor.
And with about 20 seconds left in this game, Greensboro up 14. Still playing tough defense, but I mean, at this point, the game's pretty much over, Chad.
I think so. Looks like Barino will get up the floor. Pull-up jumper off the iron. Batted up in the air. Cone will just run out the clock. 78-64 your final here. Greensboro finishes their weekend perfect. 2-0. Lady Lions will be back in action tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon against the Sewanee Tigers. Should be a good one on par. Following that immediately will be the men's team taking on Methodist University. Chris, what's your conclusion?
We saw a lot of great plays here from both teams today. I mean, we saw somebody come out in the second half. We saw them, they won the second half, actually. I mean, tied third quarter, but came out with a 6-point advantage here in the fourth, but too little, too late for a team like Sewanee against a team, aggressive team, in fact, in a team like Greensboro. And we saw Greensboro come to Piedmont this weekend with a win over the Lions, and now with the win over the Tigers. And you got to be happy with your squad coming out of this weekend 2-0.
I think so, and Greensboro was very, very impressive through their first 3 games of the season. I think we got another good one on par with the CCS Piedmont Lions and the SAA Sewanee Tigers. Chris, I look forward to it. I hope you do as well.
Of course, of course.
Well, that'll conclude things here from Cave Arena. We'll see you at 12 o'clock noon. Signing off, I'm Chad Hall.
I'm Chris Doncero.
And we'll see you tomorrow.